turn it up. We never turn it down. Universal sound. When we fuck a pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way. Stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools. Had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together. Now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
I'm really out for blood this time. Look.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from the Superdome. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He's airing it out for Williams, and that is incomplete. The Saints at 10-3 on the year, and I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
A first down carry for Barkley, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. Not the desired outcome, but
Tua on 4th down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Again, Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On play action. Now Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, what a catch by Hockenson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action, now it's Tua. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. From the gun, it's Tua. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. They'll run with Barkley, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to the ground now. Patterson on the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Rodgers to throw once more. Another completion right back to Patterson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Another try for Barkley, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Saquon Barkley, as the first half is winding down, and the Saints are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And he's got room. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Second and 5 now. Rodgers got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he's taken down inside the 30. Rodgers now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Patterson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice...
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught, puts it on the carpet, it's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On play action, here's Tua. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Up the middle with Barkley. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. George Kittle from 6 yards away. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Straight ahead, Patterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Chris Jones, the all-pro defensive tackle, there to make the play defensively. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Cortland Sutton, 41 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
He's airing it out for Williams, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Barkley is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
McCrane on for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Patterson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. 135 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. A handoff to Barkley. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Rodgers. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He's airing it out for Williams, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Here's Tua. He completes it to Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Now Tua toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it.